Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our surviving Minecraft world. And where we left off, last time, not yesterday. It's been about a week for me. We got a little hut done. We got some basic survival stuff, and now we're gonna start getting a little more basic survival stuff done. Starting with a campfire, which is something that I always try and get built pretty early in a new world. It's just such a fuel saver. And plus, it's a really convenient early light source, because I can just plop it right there, and then we should have light through our little interior. But the great benefit to this is that it's infinite fuel cooking for food from this point forward, so it's one less thing to have to worry about. The other thing, I don't have quite enough dirt. Let's go make a shovel real quick. I have enough stone for that, right? Yeah, I do. Me and my perfectionism, oh no. I made some extra stuff I wasn't gonna use just for demonstrations purposes, and now I've got to do something with it. So we'll also get our first chest down. Don't need that for the moment, don't need that for the moment. This, and this can go away. Doors, saplings. We're gonna hold on to those, and we're gonna make our first hoe. Perfect. Because at this point, food becomes pretty much concern number one. You made it through the first night. You survived the monsters. You got a bed, if at all possible. Usually the better way to go if you can. We're just going to reshape this a little naturally from where I'm cutting it off here. You don't have to do this, but I just feel better about it. Because now once that grass grows, this will look at least somewhat natural, and I can take the rest of this out of here and not have to think about it. My terrain still looks relatively normal. Another thing that we're going to want to do earlier here is find and kill a couple spiders during the night, or during the day after they've become passive, so that we can get a fishing rod. In fact, I thought I heard a spider nearby. Maybe not. One moment here. I just realized I've been sitting here playing without my headphones on. Smart of me. So we're actually going to use this little aquifer down here as our farm base, I think. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Put that to right there. And we've got at least a safe-ish path up and down. Perfect. We'll have to come through with some torches later, but... Oop. You know, maybe we don't want to use this as our farm base here until we get some torches and get the chance to light some stuff up. Redact my prior statement. So instead, we're going to go down to the water. Somewhere over here. Over here, there's a mostly good path. Okay. So, water will hydrate crops up to 4 blocks away. So, if I... Build out a little platform like that. Oh, and just as a... Well, that was rude. Just as a quick note, if you're playing on Java, pick block by default is clicking the middle mouse. So, I can't really demonstrate what I wanted to demonstrate if it's raining, but you'll see here in a minute. We don't have enough crops for this anyways. This was more just a demonstrative point. Because that's getting hydrated now, but that's only because of the rain. We'll come back to that in a minute. There we go. And then we are going to get some more charcoal together to get some torches going. I don't want to deal with giant oak trees right now. And we also need more oak so that we can get a roof on the house. So we can get at least some reprieve from the rain noises. Which I'm turning down for you guys. You don't have to hear it all. And that's not a whole lot better. Once we get the actual roof on and it's a little higher up, that will help, though. For now, for my sake, we're going to go to music and sounds here, and we're going to reduce weather a bit. It's a little loud. There we go. And it's not a thunderstorm, so we can't sleep. Okay. It's fine by me. So, a little bit of our wheat has started growing here. Phenomenal. We can try and collect some more wheat seeds. Because once we have some wheat, we can start to get some animals penned in and hopefully start breeding more food. And then at some point we're going to have to go out on a little bit of an adventure, probably not in this one, but a little later down the road, to see if we can find a village or a couple other useful structures. Alright, it's a little bit more for the field. And, you know, while I'm kind of doing some of this basic farming work, I want to say thank you guys so much for getting the channel to 100 subscribers. You guys are awesome. That happened overnight last night. I didn't record this yesterday like I had planned to. I normally record these on Tuesdays, and I was just sick as could be, so I ended up going to bed early, sleeping really hard last night, and I woke up to find that I had hit 100. And man, I appreciate it. Let's see if we can kill the rain noises now. New day, no rain. Yes. But no, I really appreciate it. You know, hitting 100 subscribers is it's a really cool milestone to reach. Yeah. Go ahead and trample this one intentionally. There we go. So this line back here will not get hydrated, obviously, unless it's raining, because we've got 4 blocks worth of dirt between here and there. Now, this one at the end, maybe it depends on... Nope, no water on that direction either. So, unless there's some underground water back here, these should not hydrate, and eventually they'll just go away. So, what we can do is... Oh, see? There we go. What we can do is we can basically build out an 8-wide platform into the water of dirt, and that'll mean that we have water on each side within 4 blocks. My ideal would probably be to put... See, how wide are we here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... Yeah, so if I did a line of, like, half slabs, waterlogged half slabs across the top here, this would all remain valid, and then we could do an 8-wide path down the middle here with waterlogged slabs along the sides as well, and then have a little bit of a larger farm out here. So, that's something we'll get to. Oh, yeah. While I'm thinking about it also... Speaking of hellish noises... Oh, I'm not drowning. I'm fine. We are going to grab just an absolute ton of this kelp and get it cooking. Because like I said before, it's both a really good early game fuel source and a really good early game food source. Okay, not a trident drowned. So I could not care less. He won't bother me now that we're up on land anyways. Though, honestly, trident drowned are probably the worst thing about being anywhere near the ocean. So, with the fire, what do you call it? Campfire. You can put up to 4 things to cook at a time. No fuel needed, and these will just, over the next couple minutes, cook. So we don't have to use any of our reserved fuel for anything food-related. And technically, in this case, also for making more fuel, because we can use dried kelp as fuel as well. So, it preserves fuel for making charcoal, for turning cobblestone into regular stone, for smelting our ores when we get those. So it's a really useful early step in the process. Now, I'm not going to sit here and babysit this thing all day, but I think coming up next, we're going to start getting materials together to finish the roof on this before we go anywhere, just so that we have a completed house. We are going to let that finish, though, real quick. And real quick has come. So, we've got a little bit of food. We can go to our little hole in the wall, grab a little more cobblestone, because we're going to need stairs and slabs for the side of the roof. I'm just going to build this the same way that I've been building the houses in the SSP series, just because I've built so many of those roofs at this point. It's not even funny. I don't believe it's really worth getting a copper pick, but it is worth grabbing the copper for a few other things we can do with it later down the road. Ideally, it'd be nice to get a little iron to get ourselves set up with a little bit of early progression here, but not really what we're going to worry about this time. Not for the moment, at least. There we go. Should be alright. And back to the woods, because we need more oak wood. Beautiful. I keep forgetting I'm not in my SSP world, so I don't have, like, the fast leaf decay on. It's a small thing, but it is definitely a nice quality of life thing for making videos. I love vanilla Minecraft immensely for what it is. It is sincerely my favorite game. And honestly, when not recording, this is pretty much how I always play the game. Just purely vanilla, but for recording, I have a couple of mods installed for quality of life. I've got shaders running, and there's nothing wrong with how Minecraft looks by default. So, I mean, even in an area like this, where it's just a bunch of plains in line of sight, it's still very pretty. Honestly, I want to build something up on that cliff over there. But for video production, it's just nice to be able to have something a little bit cleaner, I guess. I don't even think cleaner is the right word for it. I have to reflect on that one a little bit. But there's just something so magical about the game of Minecraft. Just going through and surviving in a world. No frills, nothing extra. I don't know. There's a reason it's one of the highest grossing games of all time. But, okay. I need to turn some of this into stairs. Probably about that. That is probably not even close to correct, but that's fine. And we'll turn what's left here into stairs as well. We're guesstimating today. All right. Just gonna go up here. Do that. And we're just gonna run our roof across here. Even if only to help with the sounds of rain. That. Do that on the other side. And in getting a bed day one, we don't have to worry about the worst of early game offenders, the phantoms. I am a little bit short on stairs. So, let's go solve for that real quick. And then sleep again, because it's nighttime. And the night is dark and full of terrors. And for some reason, I've got the song 99 Red Balloons in my head. Well, that's fine. Okay. Could I replace this with a temporary ladder? Yes. Will I? Probably should have, because I forgot to make stairs. Who knew that so much of this would just be me forgetting to do things? That'll get us there. I'm gonna have to make a new axe soon. Perfect. There and there. You'd really think I would know better than to forget blocks, having done so many of these, but can't help myself. Beauty. And there. 1 too few half slabs. That is something special. Alright. Take about half of that, do that. I need a bunch of stairs. And a bunch of slabs. And probably even more stairs, if I'm gonna be honest here. And we have just enough cobblestone to get the last of the slabs we need. Beauty. Alright. So, put that right there. And then we'll just run our roof. Yeah, I made way more stairs than I need, but they will be used eventually, so that's fine. And that's hypothetically acceptable, but no. I just really like these slightly domed roofs. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something about Minecraft, unmodded, clean, pure from the beginning, that's extraordinarily special. No other game has, as of yet, captured the same magic. And, like, I did the first impressions on Hytale. I think that Hytale is phenomenally fun. It's incredibly well made. and it's a completely different thing. I'd like to make that one also a log. Okay. Chop down a couple more trees. Break my axe in the process. There we go. We'll make a new one in a minute. Really, the goal right now is just to wrap this up, and then that's pretty much going to be this episode. We're taking things really slow, because we're taking things at about the pace of, 1-to-1, other than if I'm sitting staring at a furnace, yeah, I'll speed that up, but we're just playing Minecraft at Minecraft speed, so we can talk about, at the moment, the early game, later, mid and late game, but there's just so much stuff in this game that over the years, like I mentioned before, I think I take for granted because I've just seen it or done it or used the mechanics so many times that I don't even think about it, but all of that skipped time between clips. The first episode of my SSP series, I said, oh, well, nobody cares about the first night in Minecraft, or something along those lines. Maybe someone does. So what's the harm in taking a little more time and just playing game at normal speed and chatting with you guys along the way? I mean, I see no harm in it. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. But I started this channel just as a way to have fun and maybe put some skills that I had been working on to some kind of use. No intention of really anything more than just having fun with it. And that still, to this point, remains the goal. If I ever stop having fun with it, then I'm gonna stop uploading videos, but fortunately that hasn't become an issue yet. I'm still having an immense amount of fun playing the games and talking to you guys about it and just going through the process. And not just this game, obviously, I love Minecraft immensely, but also all of the other games that I've done for the channel, all of the Sherlock Holmes games, and Stray, and everything that we've done for the channel. I've enjoyed immensely. Oop, wrong. There we go. If you're playing in Java, you can put blocks in your offhand, which makes it where you can place and strip logs really easily like that, which I hadn't stripped these pillars yet, apparently. We're going to go do that in a second. But it makes it really convenient to place out blocks that require work. Another great example is with making concrete. You can put concrete powder in your offhand. There we go. And as long as you've got that concrete powder in your offhand... Hold on, I'm just filling in roof gaps here. You can place with your right-click and hold left-click at the same time to break the concrete as it's formed. So you can very quickly go through and both both make and break that concrete powder so that you can convert concrete into actual blocks as quickly as possible. You can also do that with, it's not going to work great right now because I've got a wood axe, but with stripping you can hold both the right click and left click and just strip a bunch of material at the same time. It actually might work slightly better with a wood axe now that I think about it, because you're not fighting against, like with the netherite axe, you're going to break the wood almost faster than you're able to strip it in a lot of cases, so you'll end up having to pick some up and redo it. I don't know why I got these, but I think it was just because I was talking and demonstrating. That said, it could be pretty nice. Yeah, I think we might go for that. Anyways, we will have to go for that in the next episode. For this one, we are just about out of time. I'm going to clear my inventory down to just bare tools, and we're going to get ready to call it at that. Oh, and the sun is setting in the background, too. So, guys, thanks so much for coming along on our surviving Minecraft adventure. And yeah, I plan to keep uploading this series and just kind of talking about my process, at least, going through the early days in the Minecraft world. And continue having fun with it. So, thanks so much for the 100 people who have subscribed to the channel and put me over an early milestone that feels really, really cool to hit. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for coming along on the adventure. Bye-bye.